What's my intro?
Start it there.
Hello and welcome back to Cave Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. I'm a complete professional, and my name is Blue.
And I'm Jordan.
Oh, man. Sleeping for 10 hours might have been detrimental to me, actually.
You're too used to functioning on 4.
Oh, no, I am not. I will actually die on 4 hours of sleep. I will die and somebody else will die with me. Because I turn into the grumpiest bastard if I get anything less than like 7.5 hours of sleep.
Nice. I got about 7.5 last night. I feel pretty good.
I have hypothyroidism.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
And so my fatigue builds up very quickly if I don't get like a full 8 hours of sleep. And that fatigue then bleeds into me being fucking angry. Yeah, so today we are going to be continuing our Power Rangers journey, and we're going to be talking about Rangers in Space.
I was going to do it, and I was like, is he going to do it? Because I'm going to do it if he's not going to do it.
Sorry.
Fucking love that guy. I love whoever does that voice.
I think it might be Ron Lasterman.
Okay.
He's the guy that made all of the Power Rangers theme songs.
Oh, cool. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So Rangers in Space. This is.
I'm almost positive he's also the same guy that did the fucking whatever the stupid Latin phrase from the Capes. What's the one with the Capes? Power Rangers Mystic Force. Yeah, that fucking going Mr. Ranger or whatever it is.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that is probably the same guy. It sounds very similar. God. They're running that one right now on the YouTube channel, 5 episodes at a time. I was trying. I watched the first 8 episodes of Mystic Force, and I gave up.
Good.
It's too hard to watch it. We'll get there eventually.
Nick is in the top 5 worst Red Rangers. I'm just putting that out there.
I'd agree with that.
Because typically, if you want a leader, you want them to galvanize the team, not to be like, "This is hopeless. We should up." Fuck you, Nick.
Yeah. The only things I like about are I'm okay with Xander, and I actively like Daggeron and Genji.
What about Chip?
Oh yeah, Chip is a little overboard on the caricature of what he is. Like, if he was toned down 2 notches, I would love Chip.
It almost feels like he's designed to be a character that was meant to be younger.
Yeah. If these characters, if this was some Percy Jackson shit, and these characters were 12, I'd be like, that dude is the best character. But
they're supposed to be like 16 or something. So
yeah, they're well into high school, and it's like, okay, I get what you're going for. He's just a little too much for me. Anyway, we're doing Power Rangers in Space.
So the Power Rangers got their asses kicked.
They got their asses kicked
off the planet. They got on a space shuttle and they flew out space with no fucking spacesuits or anything, which I guess is fine because again, there's apparently an atmosphere on the moon.
Apparently, yeah, we find that out later in vivid detail. But yeah, so this is the last season of Power Rangers where, other than like the 2-parter seasons that Nickelodeon would eventually do, this is the last season of Power Rangers where we have the group from the last season just goes into the next season and becomes something new. Yeah. And maybe 1 or 2 people get traded out.
These first 6 seasons are referred to as the Zordon era.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And so this is the finale of the Zordon era. And like you said, from here on, they establish a new status quo where every new series is a new cast of characters.
Yeah, and the next season still keeps a little continuity because it's the same ship.
Yeah,
but otherwise it's all new.
They wanted to ease people into it, so they're like, well, the last one was space, so we'll do space again.
Yeah, and we'll have the same ship, so right in the first episode, this isn't a reboot. We're still here. That still happened.
Yeah, and it's funny because the initial assumption that you might have of like, oh, is this like a reboot? Is this a new continuity? It's not, but later on, it will be sometimes.
Yeah, every once in a while, it's just a different planet, different Earth.
Yeah, different universe.
Yeah,
Power Rangers has started multiverse shit, and it's weird. I thought that would never happen.
We will get into that eventually, but that's going to be a hell of a discussion.
Yeah.
I guess another notable thing about In Space is I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first season where we have Power Rangers from previous seasons show up with those powers, those suits. Like we've had in Zeo where Jason came back when we hadn't seen him in a while. But like this season and that what?
I said, but yeah, he came back as like the Gold Ranger, not the Red Ranger.
Yeah, like he didn't like show up and help them in the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger suit. But this season we have Justin shows back up and he's still got his turbo powers, and I don't know why. And
Adam also shows up in this
Adam
season.
also shows up, yeah. So that's cool. Right. I love that.
Yeah. That Adam episode was one of the best fucking episodes.
Yeah, I watched that last week.
Yeah. Because, like, Carlos, I didn't vibe with Carlos at all in Turbo, and so seeing that he had to, like, actually undergo some growth in space, I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, that was a very good episode.
So, for those of you who don't know, the Sentai that Power Rangers in Space is based off of is Denji Sentai Mega Ranger. And you might think, oh, cool, so it's also a show about space, right? No, it's not. It's a show about, like, virtual reality in cyberspace.
That's fun.
Which is why they have the little envelope on their belts, because it's like email.
I never would have noticed that.
You never noticed that their belt buckle was... Oh,
I've never noticed that.
Take a look at them.
I've noticed that shape, but I've been like, I don't know, that's just a shape. I've never registered that it's meant to be an envelope.
Well, it is.
That's fun.
So, the opening of this series though is pretty fucking wild, because it pretty much opens on the villains, and it's like it's a banquet held for Dark Spectre and to celebrate beating Earth's Power Rangers. And so Divatox is hamming it up. She's like, I destroyed the Power Rangers, huh? And then Rita Repulsa shows up and she's like, you bitch! And they start getting into like a cat fight, and and Zed is there. I don't think the Machine Empire was there, right? They're still fucked up.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the Machine Empire.
But and so Divatox and Rita start getting into a cat fight, and they let loose like a stray energy blast, and it's like effortlessly caught and absorbed by this mysterious purple-haired, black-clad lady. And
enter the hottest Power Rangers villain.
Oh, if you weren't going to be horny for her, then I absolutely was going to. Astronema is like upsettingly, and she becomes way less attractive when she's not evil.
That's true. They like downgraded her whole vibe.
Yeah, it's
For some reason the abnormally colored hairs and quote unquote evil makeup like really works for her.
that and the attitude of like, again, kind of hamming it up a little bit, just like, uh, I know what's going on. He's a spy, and but then she like acts like a normal human being later on, and it's just like, no, keep being an evil weirdo. I love that.
Yeah, it works.
But yeah, so this is Astronema, and she is the space baddie, and I mean baddie both as in she is an evil person and she's bad. Um, and she's like Dark Spectre's favorite, and all this shit. And there is a brown robed figure looking right like a fucking Jedi just walking around.
Yep.
And got these giant sleeves to cover up even their fingertips and everything. And Astronema says that line of "he's a spy," and he fucking leaps up on the table, and you see the cloak get thrown, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And there's a Red Ranger standing there, and he just summons like a fucking hoverboard, like a surfboard, and just flies on out of there.
Galaxy Glider, Hang 10.
Yeah, that. And so this is Andros. He is our new Red Ranger, which means, sorry, TJ, you're getting demoted to blue. He is a human. Okay. I gotta remember what the lore is. So he's from like KO-35 or something. Is that the planet?
Yes, that is the planet.
That was off the dome. Praise me. Humans didn't colonize KO-35. It's just that the people of KO-35 happened to evolve into humans the exact same way that they did on Earth. Is that right?
Yeah, because he just says he just tells them, because they're like, "You're human," and he just tells them, "Yeah, Earth isn't the only place there are humans. Don't worry about it.
That's bullshit.
There's lots of places there's humans. Just deal with it."
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
That is not how it works.
But then again,
Ashley,
we're in a world where fucking there's an atmosphere on the moon, and physics mean fucking nothing here. So I guess whatever.
we're in a world where when you put on your superhero costume, a giant explosion and plume of smoke happen behind you.
I do appreciate that they had Dr. K actually try to explain that shit.
That is fucking brilliant. That was one of my favorite things in the entire franchise.
She's like, it's energy runoff, having to clear the channel from your fucking morphing sequence, and it's just like, oh,
do they use it at some point? I feel like
yeah. Flynn blows up a wave of enemies by turning around and then morphing.
That's fucking brilliant.
But yeah, honestly, that's like one of my favorite moments of Power Rangers ever. So I think what happens is the Rangers are like drifting aimlessly in space, and they're doomed to fucking die because nobody planned anything. This is why you don't send teenagers on a fucking space shuttle. But by a stroke of luck, they happen to run into the Astro Megaship, and they get on board and they start looking around, and they're like, "Whoa, cool spaceship, yeah!" And he shows up and is naturally like, "I'm being invaded," and starts attacking them. But eventually, they come to an understanding that they're not enemies. They start getting attacked by Astronema's forces. Her goons are the Quantrons, right?
I believe so.
The Quantrons are so much more menacing than the Putties or the Cogs or the Piranatrons.
Yep. Way more.
They're fucking wicked. They may be my favorite, or they're up there in my favorite henchmen in Power Rangers. But yeah, so she shows up with a whole squad of Quantrons. Andros starts to like get in this little elevator, and he's like, "I'm gonna go fight them." And TJ blocks the door from closing. And it's like, "We're coming with you."
Mm-hmm.
And they go down there, and they start getting fucking slaughtered. Of course, Andros knocks the enemies back for a second, and it's like, "All right, fuck this. If you're gonna fight, then you're gonna need these." And he hands them astromorphers. I had an astromorpher as a kid.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, and I could type in the different sequences. Like the cover that flips up had a little cheat sheet of what the sequences were. So if
That's
I typed
awesome.
in 3, 3, 5, and then hit go or whatever the button was, it would
Yep.
make like noise like I was morphing.
That's pretty cool. I had the Omega Morpher and just a standard SPD Morpher and the red Dino Thunder Morpher, and I still have the red Dino Thunder Morpher. It's on my shelf right over here.
Oh, speaking of morphers, I also had the Cell Shift Morpher and the Rev Morpher from
Nice.
from RPM.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it came with the little chips and everything. It was really cool. I used to play that with my niece, actually.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they morph. They turn into their snazzy new in space suits. The only change, like Ashley is still yellow, Cassie is still pink. Carlos has gone from green to black, and TJ has gone from red to blue.
Mm-hmm.
But they also got new weapons. I always remember the in space weapons being fucking insane to me. Hang on, I gotta shit. Hang on, I got the wrong thing pulled up. I got Mega Ranger pulled up. I need Power Rangers in space. Individual weapons: the Lunar Lance, the Astro Axe, the Star Slinger, the Satellite Stunner, and the Spiral Saber. Okay, the Lunar Lance. Carlos basically has a big old fucking staff, has like a crescent at the top of it, like a crescent blade. It is some like kung fu shit.
Yeah.
And he can also like fold it and combine it with his blaster. Then there's the Astro Axe, which is essentially just a tomahawk that TJ has. Ashley has the Star Slinger, which is just a slingshot. But it's a slingshot that shoots lasers, so...
Yeah.
And then Cassie has a Satellite Stunner, which is a pistol where instead of a normal gun barrel at the end, it is a satellite dish. And that's ridiculous.
Yes.
And then Andros has the Spiral Saber, which
Big
is,
ice cream cone looking sword.
Yeah, it's a big drill on a stick.
Yeah.
It is about the size of like a short sword. And where's the fucking combined one? Oh God, where is it?
Have they always been combining them, or is this the first one where they combine them?
They've always been like
Okay.
the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers combined their weapons in like episode 3.
Okay.
Oh, well, this is weird. Okay, apparently the combined weapon is only made up from black, yellow, pink, and blue. Red
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
contribute to it.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's an interesting one.
It's called the Quadro Blaster.
Yeah.
I guess it's just because the Spiral Saber has its own finishing attack.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is really the season that starts off doing the shit where the Red Ranger gets everything and then the other Rangers have to share the scraps, because Andros also gets the first battleizer.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of. This is a first for that as well.
Yeah, the battleizer is an American invention.
To sell more toys.
It is, yes. The Red Ranger gets some inexplicable power boost.
Because the Red Ranger always looks like a toy. once he's turned into the battle,
He does.
looks like
He looks-
he's literally entirely made of plastic with the molded muscles and everything. As he is clearly no longer a guy in a whatever that material called suit. He's a plastic action figure.
I think the suit's Lycra, but yeah.
Okay.
So his battleizer is, it's like some kind of well, first of all, lightning hits him and it looks very painful, but it's like a little mini ship. It's got wings and shit, but it just attaches onto his back and becomes this big flimsy fucking, it doesn't look like it would add any combat ability. It looks like it would make it hard to walk through doors. And that's it.
Yep.
But I think it lets him, so that's cool. He could already do that with the Galaxy Glider, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Ashley has a big old crush on Andros, and I think they have a relationship later.
Yeah, and sorry, dear audience, for more horny, but my God, the gray suit really works for Ashley.
Oh, yes, it does. See, I was always a Cassie guy, so
interesting. Okay.
Is it stereotypical of me that a nerdy guy goes after the Asian girl? I guess, whatever. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Fuck. We all got
Fuck,
certain
man.
things we like. What do you want from me? So like, oh yeah, I like black girls, and that's fine. But I'm like, oh yeah, I like Asian girls, and people are like, oh, of course you do.
Yeah, you fucking nerd.
Whatever. Anyway, the Megazord this time is very different from everything we've ever had before, and everything we will ever have since.
Mm-hmm.
It is a spaceship that separates a single piece of itself. That piece turns around and becomes a head. The spaceship unfolds to make a body. The head reattaches in a different way. So it is a one-piece Megazord, or two-piece if you want to look at it that way. And it's all one color. It's blue.
Oh yeah.
And there's no individual Zords this season, are there?
I don't think so. Zane might have his own thing.
Yeah, him, but yeah, I'm looking like it's got a section for vehicles, Galaxy gliders, there's the Mega Tank, Silver Cycle, Galactic Rover, and that's, oh yeah, fucking Zane had a stupid dune buggy. Never forget.
Fucking Zane.
Yeah.
What do you think of Zane?
Zane's pretty cool. He's not my favorite, but there's something about his smugness that I can appreciate.
That's true. I do like his general attitude. I love the episode where they all think he's dying and he just rolls with it. That's so fun. Do you remember that?
Was he not actually dying?
No, well, it's like he's having trouble with his morphing powers, so he only has like 2 minutes every time he morphs for this episode. And then he'll unmorph. And so he's talking to Alpha about this, and I can't remember who overhears. One of the other Rangers overhears Alpha, and they only hear Alpha say, "You don't have a lot of time." And because he says, "How bad is it? How much time do I have?" And Alpha says, "You have very little time." And so they're like, "Oh shit, Zane's dying." And so they're all being really nice to him and like getting him whatever he wants and like trying to figure out they're like getting into fights about should he be eating pie because he wants pie, but it's not healthy. Is he okay? And they're like getting into fights with each other over this, and he's just rolling with it and accepting all the worship because they think he's dying. And I love that episode so much.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's really fucked up, and they all figure it out, and they get really mad at him at the end. It's really funny.
Damn, bro. Wow. Uh, I do remember, doesn't he fix that problem? He literally goes on top of a mountain and lets his morpher get struck by lightning.
Yep, that's how he fixes it.
I wish all things were that easy to fix.
Some Zuko shit.
It really was, except he didn't actually get hit.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa. What the fuck?
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out who this is. I'm on the page, the Ranger Wiki, about the In Space Arsenal, and there's a comic page where someone basically sniped these two guards from under a river, and you just like you see their helmet came up. I think it's Zane, but it's hard to tell because they're so cast shadow that it almost looks like a Black Ranger.
I guess another notable piece of trivia about the Space Rangers comes into play years later when they reuse at least the helmets for the SPD A Squad.
Well, they also reused the entire Red Ranger in space outfit for Sky's dad.
That was the Time Force red outfit. They have Sky's dad.
You're right.
Time Force. But that was very clever that they reused some old suits. Having the A Squad have the in space helmets, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Like, is that canon that those powers got retired and wound up being part of SPD and now they're here? Is that what's going on? Do they have the same morphers? I was very confused as to what that could mean.
I chose to see it as they copied the in-space powers and used it as a base and then added all that extra shit on top.
That makes sense.
Okay. So you know how the SPD Rangers have SWAT mode?
Yeah.
It feels like the A Squad developed to a point where they had their own version of SWAT mode on all the time.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Because they've got all this like tactical riot gear shit on top of their suits. So it feels like to me they might have used copies of the in-space suits as a base and then added all that shit on top.
That makes sense. What else to do in space? Redemption arc.
Oh yeah, for Astronema. Yeah, so it is revealed. Okay, there are several flashbacks that Andros has throughout the series of a sister of his getting kidnapped on KF-35 when they were playing with one of those, those things from the 90s. They were like spiky balls, and you would grab different ends, and you would they would expand because they were all joints.
I had a friend who had one, and it was the coolest thing.
It was great. I had a couple, I think. But they're playing with a levitating version of one of those, and they have mullets. I hate it. This was what was this? 97? Let's see, 93, 94, 95, 96.
This is 98. Yeah.
Yeah. So mullets have already been out of style for a while, and yet I guess whatever. Flashback, it's fine. Whatever. Look, the point is, okay, no, this is where I will draw the line. If I'm going to be forced to accept that humans just happen to evolve on another planet, why must I accept that they also were wearing mullets in the 80s? Power Rangers.
Yeah, you know what? You got to cut us a break eventually.
We can't have nice things.
My suspension of disbelief only goes so far.
We have to have both white people and mullets randomly pop up on other planets.
To be fair, mullets and white people. It's an
I know. I get it. They go hand in hand. But... Fucking colonizers. Anyway,
I'm amused.
Okay, so he had some sister of his kidnapped, and he's a bad brother and couldn't remember her name, even though he was clearly like 6 or 7 or something when she
Yeah,
got taken.
you were old enough to remember your sister's name, you prick.
But eventually, I don't remember how, and I frankly don't care. He finds out that his sister's name was Corone, and that Astronema is Corone.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I actually I think he did. No, he did remember the sister's name. That was unfair of us. I'm remembering now since I've been watching it very recently. He does remember that his sister's name is Corone. Astronema doesn't remember that her name is Corone because she's been
Okay.
brainwashed by whatever that fucking dude's name was. I don't remember the guy that kidnapped her. But
Eclipse.
I don't think it was Ecliptor. I think it was the other one, and I can't. It was like Darkonda or something.
No, Lost Galaxy. I'm pretty sure, isn't he? Oh
No,
wait,
Darkonda's definitely in this season.
no. Darkonda's the guy that Zane killed,
Oh
right?
fuck! Now I can't remember. I'm
'Cause-
pretty
'cause
sure Darkonda kidnapped Astronema.
it was the Doom buggy. It was powerful enough to destroy Darkonda, leaving him a life short. Oh, he had multiple lives. I don't remember that.
Okay, I don't remember. But anyway, whoever kidnapped Astronema apparently brainwashed her. She didn't remember that her name is Corone, and eventually Andros is able to figure out that whoever that was, I think is Starkonda, is the person who kidnapped his sister. So he's like, okay, this is interesting. And then I think later he kind of reasons through that it might be Astronema, and then he figures out that she has like the same locket that he has with the little picture of both of them. And I don't know why she hasn't been looking for her brother if she has that locket, but they both have the same little locket with a picture of both of them. So he's like, oh shit, you're my sister.
Just to confirm, yes, she was kidnapped by Darkonda.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Uh,
I've been watching this for the last like 3 weeks. Just working. I'm not done with In Space, but I've been watching it. I've seen it before. I was rewatching it because I knew we'd eventually talk about it.
yeah, I get you. Oh, there's a really cool image here that I'm gonna send you over Discord, but it's of
Well, here's the thing. I can't look at it because if I leave the app that I'm on now, Anchor will kill us both.
That's true. Okay, well, later on, I'll just tell you, it's a comic image of younger Corone standing or like crouching underneath of Ecliptor, and then the like image of Dark Spectre is over them.
That's pretty cool. I'm
the
excited to look at that.
The subtitle says Corone as the heir to darkness.
Ooh, cool. So yeah, Astronema figures out that she is Corone, and after some back and forth, she decides I'm gonna help the Rangers. And it takes a while for TJ in particular to trust her, but the Rangers in general take a while to trust her. And they finally do. She really comes through with something. I can't remember what the plan was that she really comes through with helping them out. And they're like, "We misjudged you. I'm sorry." And then I think she gets kidnapped by Darkonda again and brainwashed better. And now she's Astronema again.
She had a fucking chip on her face.
Yeah, she gets like a mind control shit. They went a step beyond the brainwashing. Oh yeah, and then they introduce one of my favorite concepts, the Psycho Rangers.
Yes, I was waiting to get to this. But real quick, before we get into the Psycho Rangers, I have to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Super Mega Force is bad. I'm pretty sure that this is widely accepted, and if anybody ever tries to fight me on that, I will knock your teeth in.
I like the 25th, whatever it was, anniversary episode when they bring a bunch of people back, but I otherwise do not like that season.
Well, I'm going to tell you something bad from that 25th anniversary.
Oh, no.
There is a bit where Corone as the pink fucking Lost Galaxy Ranger is in the suit, looks at her helmet, smiles, says, "I love being a Power Ranger," lifts it over her head to get ready to put it on, and they very badly Photoshop a pic of her at
Original
this
Astronema
as Astronema on top of it.
I
And
forgot that.
It's terrible. It's pointless. Like if anybody's going to recognize Astronema, then they should also know who she is.
Yeah,
They
you
don't
know
need to-
that what happened to Astronema if you're enough of a fan to recognize Astronema.
Yeah. So
15, 20, nearly 20 years later, I think. Yeah.
They did that for nobody, and it looks bad. And
I
also
completely forgot that.
Also, they clearly took a headshot of the actress at that age in the Astronema shit,
Mhm.
and it's like at that point you might as well just use a headshot of her as Astronema when she was younger, because she hasn't been Astronema since the last time she disguised herself as Astronema back in fucking, what was it, 1999?
I think so. And yeah, you might as well just, it's a much better moment if you do leave it up to the fans and just have her say, like you said, the actual line, which is like, "I'm so happy I'm a Ranger," or "I'm so good to be a Ranger," whatever. I love being a Power Ranger. That's cool. You're like, oh shit, yeah, because she wasn't. And you know that because you're a fan.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool line. Very dumb decision immediately following it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even enjoy the supposed celebration of, the anniversary that Super Mega Force did, because it makes it feel like they don't trust anybody to actually like Power Rangers enough to know this shit.
That's fair enough, and I won't lie. The Super Mega Force team constantly going, "Yeah, you go, Ninja Storm," while they're doing it.
Oh!
Just let me watch them fight the bad guys. I don't need you to tell me which team I'm looking at.
This is why I say to anybody, if you ever want to see that like sequence of all of the Rangers fighting together, don't watch the stupid fucking Super Mega Force thing. Watch Super Sentai Battle of 199. It is like the first 10 minutes of that movie, and it has even more Rangers than what Power Rangers had access to. And
I would give anything for that to have been completely adapted into Power Rangers with returning. Just bring back voice actors, man. Just bring back, anyone. There's so many voice actors you could go get to even just approximate some of these voices.
Yeah,
they're all in their suits.
Because they only got like 6 people or something from the past, and it was like the guy who played Wes. They got Jason David Frank as Tommy, and they got Caron's actress, and
they got TJ and Cassie.
Damien, is that his name? Damon from Lost Galaxy.
Oh yeah, it wasn't TJ, it was Damon. They got Damon.
Oh, your racism is showing.
They got Damon and Cassie. And I think and they got the red and pink Lightspeed Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, they also got
and they got one of the Samurai Rangers.
I was gonna say they got someone from Samurai.
I think it was the green one. I just don't know who that is.
Mike?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that's his
name. Close enough, man.
But there is one piece of credit that I'll give to Super Mega Force, because I do give credit where credit is due. It's just that show has no credit due. But the one thing I can say, Gia as a character, she feels like a character from a better show.
That's fair enough.
And I think everyone knew that. Which is why whenever Megaforce is represented, it's her. She is always the de facto Super Megaforce character to make a cameo.
Hey, so here's a weird thing that just popped into my head about Power Rangers that has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. Is one of my favorite weird continuity things. I guess it's the powers that give them this, but I've always been fascinated as to why they know what the name of the season is. Like in Jungle Fury, no one has used the word Jungle Fury until they morph and they go Jungle Fury Blue Ranger. And it's like, why do you know what the name of this season is?
I choose to believe that they make up team names because I like making team names whenever I'm part of a team.
Yeah, that happened just off screen right before they morphed. That's my canon.
The well, yeah, I guess for the first morph it doesn't always make sense, but then again, they also get a fucking mind meld to learn how to pilot their giant robots instantly.
Yes, so that's why I was saying I guess I have to assume the powers give them the information that when they morph, whatever powers give them the Zord driving abilities also plant in their heads. The suit you're wearing is the Jungle Fury suit. And it's like, okay. And then they loudly announce who they are.
It's because of shit like that that I'm always like especially fascinated anytime we get any kind of lore about the actual Morphin Grid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like despite it being a dumb kid show and that's the MacGuffin to explain things away, you could make an entire like lore based like sci-fi series around the idea of the grid.
Yeah. You could make some fucking cool movies.
It's
if you wanted to do this shit like for real, you could make some great movies.
So okay, a while back I was actually running a game of Interstitial, which is an RPG based on Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea is, you cross over a bunch of your favorite properties. In that game, or no, I don't think I was running this one game, but in that game, my character was a Blue Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And he left his Power Rangers world to, learn how to use a Keyblade and travel around and fight Heartless and all that shit.
Right.
And one of the first worlds we went to was Star Wars. And
cool.
They're talking about the Force, and it's like, oh yeah, it's an energy field that permeates and penetrates all of us, and if we tap into it, it can grant us otherworldly abilities. Mm-hmm. And my character was just like, oh yeah, actually we have that where I come from too. We call it the Morphin Grid.
That's so fucking cool. I might cry.
So we use that game to establish that the Morphin Grid and the Force are essentially the same thing. It's just different applications of the same source of energy.
Holy shit! No, dude, I teared up, man. That was too much. That got me.
That's why you gotta do Kingdom Hearts, man. Because
I gotta. Okay. Do we want to do Psycho Rangers?
Yes. Okay.
The fucking Psycho Rangers.
The Psycho Rangers are easily the best application of the evil ranger trope. Well, maybe barring like Lord Draken in more recent years, but
yeah, I gotta read those comics, man. Those look cool.
You do. You absolutely need to. I will link them to you.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to read them.
Yeah, I mean, I have links for them.
Nice.
What? Wait, they were just like created, right? Hang on, I got
the fucking Psycho Ranger. Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I just watched this. I watched it a week ago. I just watched.
Remember them. Okay.
I just can't remember why they show up. I remember everything they do after that.
The evil Princess Astronema created the Psycho Rangers to draw on the power of her master Dark Spectre. So they draw on Dark Spectre instead of the Morphin Grid, I guess.
Okay.
And they were designed to hunt down the Power Rangers by tracking their energy, voices, and communicator noises.
Yes, and that led to some great shit where they're attacking random people who have beepers that happen to sound like the Power Ranger communicators.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's a plot line. And they're like, oh shit, so like what do we do? And they're like, okay, well, we can set up speakers that make that sound to distract them so we can go do whatever we were doing. I can't remember. But yeah, they have a plot line where the Psycho Rangers are just attacking random people. Like some dude's sending a message on his beeper and it makes a sound, and then a Psycho Ranger shows up. He's like, I've got you now, Blue Ranger. You can't get away from me. And the dude's like panicking.
So the Psycho Rangers are, like I said, some of the most famous villains in Power Rangers because there's, as SPD had shown later on as well, the best enemies for Power Rangers is other Power Rangers.
That's always the coolest shit. Tommy is the Green Ranger. What?
Yeah.
Did the Titanium Ranger start out evil?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Titanium Ranger. You got the Thunder Rangers in Ninja Storm. You got the White
Ranger.
Yeah, the White Ranger in Dino Thunder. Like, there's some cool shit that you can do with an evil Ranger who eventually becomes good. But the best part about the Psycho Rangers is they don't do that. They just stay evil.
They stay evil. They're like, we're gonna fuck you up no matter how long it takes. Yeah. And what's great is that they're still active.
Yeah.
Because okay, first of all, there is a really great episode where they've been taken down. I think they maybe have taken down one or two of the Psycho Rangers at this point, and they're like, this is really fucking hard to deal with these guys. They also have monster forms that they turn into.
No, I didn't remember.
And they're like, we need a way to be able to easily get the upper hand on one of these guys. And for whatever reason, they have like a chessboard that has Power Rangers action figures on them.
Yes.
And TJ is like, oh, I have an idea. And he just grabs a spray paints them all blue. And they all just look at TJ and they're like, you're a fucking genius. And so next time they go into battle, they morph and they all Space Blue Ranger.
How did they do that? I don't know how they did it, but it was really cool.
Well, thanks to modern comics, we actually have a decent explanation of how they can do it. So the Rangers draw on, and this is confirmed canon as of like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Actually, the Rangers draw on different energies from within the Morphin grid. Every Pink Ranger has access to the pink energy, and so on and so forth. Which the reason this is confirmed canon is because Zordon has a famous line that he says to Kimberly in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers: "Too much pink energy is dangerous."
Okay.
But so that confirms that she draws on a different kind of energy than, say, the Red Ranger does or the Blue Ranger does. So, technically, you can run a different color of energy through a morph into it. Again, they do that in the Boom Studios comics when the channels to the red, blue, yellow, black, and pink energies are closed off to them, but Tommy still has access to the green energy. So he uses his power coin to access the green energy and shoots it into the morphers of Jason, Kimberly, Zach, and Trini. Yeah. And so they all become Green Rangers.
That's cool.
So I can assume that they tinkered with their morphers and just all drew on blue energy.
That's very cool.
And because the designs of their outfits are all the same, the only differentiating factor is their actual colors. They all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Mighty Morphin Rangers, they were all green, but their helmets and stuff were all different. But yeah, so they tricked the Psycho Blue Ranger with that. Eventually, they managed to beat all of them, and they sealed them all.
I remember in that same scene, they have Zane show up in a silver Psycho Ranger outfit, and when he first showed up, I was like, "Oh, they're fucked," and then it turned out to be Zane. And I was like, "Oh, cool."
Zane was a fake Psycho Silver. There has been a sixth Psycho Ranger since the show, named Psycho Green.
Yep, I've seen pictures of that.
And Psycho Green's monster form is fucking sick.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot of love in the comics, like I said. They did reappear in Lost Galaxy. But
Yes,
we
they
can
do.
talk about that more in the Lost Galaxy episode.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I would like to say that thanks to the comics, they now have a call. Do you want to take a guess as to what they call out when they morph?
Well, the Psycho Rangers call something out. Oh God, I can't begin to imagine.
It's "Let's Go Psycho."
That makes sense.
Um,
I don't know why I didn't just guess that. That makes a lot of sense.
they also have a Psycho Megaship.
Oh, that's kind of messed up.
It looks like something out of the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I like the Psycho Rangers. They are a fascinating concept.
they're very cool.
And they get digitized, which we will deal with later.
Yeah, they sure do. I don't remember. Okay, there is a shot of Psycho Red as some dude named Virgil.
I have no idea what this is referencing.
I do not like when did it looks like maybe newer. Did they appear recently?
I don't know. I know Zed did at some point recently.
Hang on,
I haven't watched the last like 2 or 3 seasons of Power Rangers.
Power Rangers the Psychopath. I get it. Let's see. What is this from, bro? That like there's like an actual like photograph of somebody as this character, but I don't know what it's from. I'll try to figure it out later. Anyway, the point is that I think originally the Psycho Rangers were just Psycho Rangers all the time, but they've since then developed actual like humanoid forms.
Interesting.
Like out of their suits. And again, there's that comic story, The Psychopath, which seems like it dives deep into them, which now I want to read. I got to get back to reading the comics. I stopped a long time ago, so I'm
I've been reading the Smallville comics, but as soon as I finish them, I'm gonna go for some Power Ranger comics.
Yeah, they're really good, man. All right. So, as we said before, Power Rangers in Space was the end of the Zordon era.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
And it ends with the end of Zordon. There's the big finale, Countdown to Destruction, which, by the way, has just a great moment from the civilians of Angel Grove, where Astronema and all her forces are on Earth. Oh, and she's brought all the forces from the past seasons, again, barring the Machine Empire.
Those fucking losers.
Dumbasses. Stupid robot bitches. Divatox's forces are back. Rita and Zed's forces are back. Astronema's forces are all here. They've just invaded the Earth. Everyone's fucked. The Rangers are like wearing fucking tatters again, just like they did at the end of the last season. And they're like, what are we gonna do? She gives them an ultimatum. Either the Power Rangers reveal themselves or they're just gonna start indiscriminately killing people.
And then we get the I Am Spartacus.
Yeah. What is his name? Farkas Bulkmeyer. Bulk himself steps out and he goes, I'm the Red Ranger.
That got me, man. Like, that actually floored me and made me emotional.
Yeah. And then Skull
For
looks
this
around.
prick to do that.
Well, because they've slowly been getting more moments as it because like ever since the beginning, they've actually been shown that despite the fact that they mocked the Rangers for being goody two shoes, they've actually secretly admired them.
Yeah,
And
they have shown that a lot.
they've been getting some moments of like, being better people. Like, despite the fact that they initially tried becoming cops to pick up chicks,
Yeah.
they started, actually trying to help people. That they've had fantasies of being heroes and helping people. There's a scene where TJ and them in Turbo do something really nice for Bulk and Skull, and Bulk gets emotional and he hugs TJ.
Oh, I didn't remember that. That's nice.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm the Red Ranger. Eugene Skulovich quickly follows, and he's like, I'm the Black Ranger. Fucking Phenomenus comes out.
That crazy scientist guy.
Yeah, I think he's like he says that he's the Silver Ranger.
I think so. And
Some
then
other
a lot of people.
Yeah, some other dude's like, I'm the Blue Ranger. Someone's like, I'm the Pink Ranger, and they all just start going, yeah, I'm the Yellow Ranger too, and all this stuff. And Astronomer gets pissed off.
It got me.
And I should say that Andros also decided to go on a solo mission. He left them to go and try and rescue Zordon, who is currently being guarded by Ecliptor, who, by the way, we mentioned him, but he's like Astronema's surrogate father / bodyguard.
Mm.
He cares a lot for Astronema, but apparently not enough to fight against her having a fucking control chip placed on her face.
Yep.
So Andros is having this epic one-on-one with Ecliptor. Meanwhile, down on the ground, as Astronomer's like, fine, you all want to be Power Rangers, you're all going to die like them. And so you just hear, wait. And they're standing on the top of the edge of a building, and TJ is just like, we are the Power Rangers. And you see Bulk go, them? And they fucking, let's rock it. And there's like a little smoke explosion, and then they're the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's what it looks like in real time.
I guess.
And they decide, fuck it, we're just going to start fighting. And all the people go, yeah, this is our world, let's fight too. And they just start bomb rushing the goons.
That's cool.
And we see all the allies they had made over the years are also in different areas of the planet fighting different henchmen. I think Dor, is there. I know the Blue Centurion and the Phantom Ranger are there.
Yep.
Pretty much anybody who can fight is fighting.
It's very cool.
And so it just becomes a giant world war on planet Earth, where both Rangers and civilians are all fighting for their lives and their freedom. And meanwhile, Zordon is like, Andros, shit sucks. Everyone's going to die at this rate. We got to wipe all the evil forces out. If you shatter my energy tube, my positive energy will burst out, and I can bad guys at once.
He defeats them with vibes.
Pretty much. And Andros is like hesitant against it, but he doesn't have a choice. Zordon's energy tube. He kills Zordon, and this massive wave of energy explodes out, which people have referred to as the Z wave. And
that's cool. That's much cooler than I thought it was going to be. It like caught me off guard.
Yeah, Z wave, man. And for any villain that could be reformed, it transforms them into a good person. For those who couldn't, it turns them to dust like fucking Thanos. Ecliptor, for whatever reason, despite being like a good father figure and whatnot, he gets turned to dust. But Divatox, who is a pirate and a bitch, somehow gets turned
and
good.
a bitch.
So I don't know what the grading is for this sort of thing. It's not how I would quantify good and evil, but whatever.
Mhm.
I guess Zordon knows better than I do. Rita and Zed get turned into humans. Zed is some smarmy motherfucker wearing a polo shirt tied around his neck.
That
he's
was
about
so
to go
fucking weird.
golfing. And what's really cool is that this will have long-lasting effects because obviously it didn't actually wipe out all evil in the universe. We have to assume it just wiped a localized area, and it was lucky for them that all the forces, including Dark Spectre, were all close by. Dark Spectre fucking died, by the way. And
do we find out where the Psycho Rangers are getting their power now that Dark Spectre is gone?
I'm just going to assume that Dark Spectre is like a being of similar power to Zordon, and when he died, maybe his energy burst out, and now it's self-sustaining in the Psycho Rangers.
That could be. It could be like a Speed Force kind of thing, where it's like maybe
like
Dark Spectre was like the avatar of that thing.
Morphin Grid when he died.
Yeah, but that thing still exists. Okay. I'll accept it.
But it will wind up having long-lasting implications because Rita, even though she looks like a normal person in the shot, she still has access to all her sorceress powers. So she later on becomes the mother of magic?
I think that's correct in the worst season of Power Rangers.
It is not the worst. It is one of the worst.
It's true. I you know what? I haven't attempted to rewatch Megaforce or Super Megaforce in a while.
They are the worst, I promise you.
But I can tell you that I can't get through Mystic Force.
Yeah. The worst Power Rangers seasons, if anyone is curious, they are, and this is in no particular order. These are just the ones I think of as the worst.
General
Power
bad.
Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers Mystic Force, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, Megaforce and Super Megaforce, and probably also Samurai and Super Samurai.
Okay. I would put Operation Overdrive at the least bad of that list, but I agree.
I think Samurai is probably better than Overdrive.
Interesting. So, what was I just thinking about at the end of In Space?
But then again, I don't know, because like they've got different problems, right? I like most of the team of Samurai, but I hate their Red Ranger. But with Operation Overdrive, I like their Red Ranger, but I hate the rest of the team.
Fair enough. So what else is left to be said about In Space? We've killed Zordon.
They temporarily demorph. They temporarily demorph. It initially looks like they can't morph anymore because Zordon is gone, but it's more likely that it's stated that the Morphin Grid is fueled by the conflict of good versus evil, right?
Yeah.
And in that moment, there was no conflict, and so they just demorphed. But
that's fascinating.
Later on, more villains that were outside of the radius of the Z-Wave will show up, so they're able to morph just fine later.
Okay, so let's keep track because it's going to be fun to point out these continuity flaws later. So the Mighty Morphin powers are theoretically gone-ish, but the power coins, because the power coins are destroyed, the morphers still exist. You can use them according to In Space. It's very dangerous, but it technically works.
The power coins were like damaged.
Okay, yeah. So like you physically can morph with the Mighty Morphin morphers according to Alpha in this season.
Specifically, I should say, the Dino power coins were cracked, but the Ninja power coins were completely destroyed, which is why later on when we see Adam and all them, their callouts are Mastodon or Tyrannosaurus or whatever.
Yeah, they've gone back to their dinosaur powers
because over the years they Ninjor to repair the coins.
Okay, sure, I'll accept that. So that's Adam morphs very dangerously in this. Now with Turbo, they straight up tell us those powers are gone. at the end of Turbo. And then
but
fucking Justin just shows up.
Okay,
And
well,
also,
okay, so you remember sentient cars
yes,
from Turbo? The blue one, whatever the fuck its
Storm
name
Blaster.
is. That's it. God, I hate this.
Because I just watched this episode.
The glove compartment had a spare morpher.
That's
So
right. Shit.
I guess they made a backup of just the blue powers.
Well, I guess we have to assume it's true for all of them because they all show up in the legendary battle later. So there always has to be some excuse for why these powers still exist.
There is, again, the fan theory that Billy created these powers. Remember how in Zeo, he kept being gone and doing sneaky shit? And people were like, "You're the Gold Ranger, aren't you, Billy?" And he's like, no.
No, I'm just a drug dealer.
Yeah. So it's like, wait, then Billy, what the fuck were you doing when you were sneaking around and being
dealing drugs?
Well, there's a fan theory that he was making the turbo powers.
I accept it. I like that. So anyways, it's good to know.
And it tracks because he also made a flying car.
Yeah. And he was like instrumental in making what didn't he help make the White Ranger power?
No. That was all Zordon and Alpha.
That was just them. Okay.
Billy was in the ventilation shaft looking down.
That's why I was seeing him in my head. Okay. So it's good to know that the Space Ranger powers are unimpeded and everything's okay. They can morph whenever and wherever they want.
Yeah.
So I am unable to pull up our list from before because Anchor updated and I can't close this app, so I'm going to transfer that list to my computer so that I can
I also make a copy of this list? There's no reason I can't.
Yeah, I will send it to you. But
I'm just getting ready to type it right now.
But yeah, sure. So where I think we left off, I had put them in order. I had put Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and then Turbo in that order.
Okay, so I'm going to put for Jordan MMPR, Zeo, Turbo. All right.
Yeah. So
and then mine was Zeo was on top.
Yes.
Then MMPR. Then Turbo at the bottom.
Okay. What you doing now?
For In Space. Oh man, it's really good. You know what? I think I will actually have In Space at the top. I like Zeo, but I think In Space more regularly has like every episode matters to the plot more frequently.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm putting it on top, and I think it's got some cool cameos. I loved the episode with Adam. I love the Psycho Rangers. I love Astronema and her arc. Like, there's just a lot of very specifically cool things in this season that put it above the other three so far.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely ended the Zordon era very strongly. And it's a lot of Power Rangers fans. Anybody who did bother watching past Mighty Morphin Power Rangers does look back on In Space fondly. So most people, if you talk about Power Rangers, they'll tell you that they stopped watching after Mighty Morphin. But for people who watched beyond that, they'll tell you they stopped watching after In Space.
For people who started out with Mighty Morphin, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm talking about like millennials.
Yeah. Because I'm younger. And so I'm like, I started on Ninja Storm and then loved Dino Thunder, loved SPD, tried to get into Mystic Force but couldn't, then fell off of Power Rangers for a while, then tried an episode or two of Operation Overdrive, didn't care, then tried an episode or two of Jungle Fury, watched most of that season, and then discovered that all of them were on Netflix, and I watched the entire franchise. And that's how I went with Power Rangers.
Man, spoiler alert, I guess I'm probably going to have RPM at the top of my list.
Wow, that's pretty fun.
I don't know, man. Is it? I've watched that whole series like 2 or 3 times already.
That's Ninja Storm for me. That's spoiler alert. Ninja Storm's going to be the top of my list.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that season is mediocre as hell.
Oh, that's so sad. I fucking love Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder. It might be Dino Thunder. We'll see when we get to it. One of those two is going at the top of my list.
I can totally agree with Dino Thunder. Ninja Storm, I'm a little like.
You will probably wind up swaying me into putting Dino Thunder at the top of the list. Anyway, so there's our list. This is fun. I'm gonna really enjoy keeping this list running for how we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna go through the whole franchise. So
Yeah. I'm not gonna just like stop doing superheroes, but I think right now I'm gonna wait until any kind of big superhero news or whatever comes out that gives me a reason to talk about a character that we haven't already talked about. Like the upcoming movies are like Black Panther, but we already did a Black Panther episode.
I guess we still have to do which one? Did we do Justice League or Avengers for 25? I can't remember.
We did Avengers.
Okay, so we got to do Justice League for 75.
Yeah, that's fine. That was the plan.
Cool. No, I was just making sure that I was remembering correctly that was what we were doing.
Yeah. And then episode 100 will be the long sought Batman episode.
The long sought, frequently mentioned 3 or 4 hour long Batman episode.
Well, yeah, I have to just devote a day to that.
Yeah, we don't make plans on that day.
Yeah.
Dear listener, you also shouldn't make plans on that day.
We're probably
on the day it's posted.
We're probably gonna have to get on that episode too, because it's not gonna be fair to not include him. Because
that would be. Usually, I like keeping the superheroes to myself, but that one you have to bring in you have to have the whole crew.
Yeah. And I've had my plan of how to open that episode in my mind.
I know what it is, and I'm very excited.
All right. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I didn't specify an ad break, but I'll find one. It's fine. Do you have any closing thoughts on Power Rangers in Space?
I love it. That's it.
Yeah. Not much more to say. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
All right. You can go to the Cape Corner Discord if you'd like to suggest an episode for us to do. You can use the suggestions channel there. There's also a complete archive of the episodes that we've done. And it's just a fun place to hang out. There's a little channel in there, Who Would Win, where you can posit like what would happen if Thor fought Superman or whatever. And getting fun discussions about it. You can also support the series on my Anchor page. It works exactly the same as Patreon. Let's see. Share the episode with a friend, please. If you have anybody that's interested in Power Rangers, this is a good episode to share. But like I said, I've got a whole catalog of episodes. If you got a friend that's super excited for Wakanda Forever, tell them that we've got a Black Panther episode. Or an Iron Man episode. I understand that it's Iron Heart, but related. Check out the Hall of Pods link. That's our podcast network. Jordan, the Fandom Optimist, is part of that network, so they can take a listen to your episodes using that link tree. They can also follow you at Fandom Optimist or at Jordan Blueman on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
They can follow me at Cape Corner for the episodes or at Beyond Blue 13 for my personal shit. I think that's it.
I think you got it.
All right. Everybody, thank you for listening. Stay strong, stay true to yourselves, and remember, we can all be Power Rangers.
Ha!
See, I had to do it there because of the fucking Spartacus thing.
Yeah. Oh, So fucking good.